will wade in 2 heavyweights tonight. Ben Keeter, their normal starter, but it's Gage Marty who gets the starting nod tonight, looking for his first win of the season for the junior from the Hawkeye State against Konner Doucet. For last year, when you're talking about Wyatt Hendrickson, Doucet had to be patient. They brought in Hendrickson, who was an All-American pinning machine from the Air Force Academy. Captain America, became a national champion for Oklahoma State. So the duel has been won by the Cowboys. They avenge a 6-match losing streak against Iowa, and it's Doucet and Marty to finish the night in front of a sellout crowd in Stillwater. Doucet, top 10 in the country, as every starter in this Oklahoma State lineup is, tracking for his 3rd NCAA tournament trip of his career. Back in 2023, was the number 20 seed, did not pick up a win at NCAAs, and then 2 years ago was the number 12 seed, went 2-2, so showing some progress, and will hope to be on the podium when Saturday night concludes at Rocket Arena in Cleveland.
And I talked a little bit with Coach Taylor this afternoon about Konner Doucet. He said he's different than most heavyweights. He's physical, he's athletic, but he's also got good rhythm, good flow, good cadence to his movement, scrambles well in positions, and knows how to find himself through tricky situations, more so than most heavyweights he's wrestled. They were rolling around this afternoon. It's pretty cool to see such a large man with such great skills.
And Rock, he has a vision for where he sees himself in a month.
He does. He has on his locker, it's a 8.5 by 11 picture of the podium and him standing at the top of the podium. Visualization is what he had going on, and he has to see it to believe it.
Now, to call it a picture would give the indication that it was printed out. It wasn't. It is completely hand-drawn by ballpoint pen. It's got the podium, him standing atop it, and among several of the motivational phrases there, it says, baddest man on the planet. But that was an exercise that was given to these wrestlers by David Taylor, visualization for them to see themselves where they want to be. And he said, I might as well put it where I'm going to see it every day of the year.
He probably visualized that underhook throw by. He's going to roll through. That's David Taylor.
And look at that, looking for a high half. You don't see that often
from heavyweights.
Improve.
But visualization is such a large part of where these guys ultimately want to be. It's really the only way. You've got to speak it into existence. You get to see it. The more often you see it, the more you start to believe it. You know, you're on a teammate full of killers. When I was rolling up to the World Championships with Kyle Dake and Kyle Snyder and David Taylor, we believe we can win. And look at that. Oh.
No back points there. He kind of just rolled through. Man, this place was about to lose it.
Already 2 pins tonight for Oklahoma State. Sergio Vega at 141 and Cody Merrill at 197.
Doucet looking to put the stamp on the matchup. He's trying to get him off of that hip. Looking to go 2-on-1, back to a tilt. He's gonna hop off to that left side. Oh, and that's clean. I like that. Bottom knee's got to go up. He elevates the bottom foot.
Couple of near falls there.
So he goes through, rips across. Looks like it's there, but they said that it wasn't enough for 2 swipes. And here it is. He rolls him over again across the body. Elevate the body, let 1,000.
You got a
nope.
warning, Red.
That's a slow count, Rock. That is a slow count.
It was a slow motion.
Go ahead.
Only 1 brick thrown tonight. Excellent officiating between Eric McGill and Nick Grasso here in Stillwater.
1 point.
We got to speak with the officials a little bit before the match, and they discussed having to stay unbiased and stay out of the excitement of the arena. This thing is equally as loud for them as it is for the wrestlers competing in it. But they've got to find a way to maintain their composure with the excitement of the arena buzzing all around them.
And there's a very fine line, Rock, you know it well, of addressing legitimate complaints from a corner or like a cranky child asking for a snack. You just say, you know what, not now, and eventually they get the picture.
That's right. It depends. And you got to realize that coaches are going to try and get in your head, and they're going to try and chirp. But then it's at a point where if you chirp too much, they just zone you out. Just like everything in wrestling, there's a science and an art to doing it.
Go ahead. 1.
First points on the board for Gage Marty.
Neutral.
A 1-point escape, and Konner Doucet right back on the collar tie, looking to keep his action going.
And if there's a theme we heard today from guys in the Oklahoma State room, it's that they're not competing against the opposition as much as they are against each other. If one guy got a major, the next guy wants a tech. If another guy got a pin, the next guy wants to do it faster than the previous guy did. You can tell that's the way he's trying to finish this match.
Doing the eyeball test, Iowa's still coaching hard. It's not like they're just sitting and conceding. They are coaching hard. They're not just saying, look, it's the last match, the match is over with. They're still coaching Marty hard.
And that's what you need to see from those guys. They've taken a lot of heat this year. But there's one thing that I can promise you, the Brands brothers are going to be consistent. They're going to give you their best effort. They care about every wrestler on the team, whether it's their starter in Ben Keeter or their backup in Gage Marty. They're going to coach them up and try to put them in position to win.
He made misdirection on him. He stepped right, shot left. Still moving forward.
Good pressure. Nice. Fake to release. He's looking go behind. Right at the end of the period.
A big after 2. Sellout crowd here tonight. 12,629 is the 4th largest in Gallagher-Iba history for wrestling. Now, you look at that duel against Penn State in 2017, a few thousand more, but what they've done is add some club seating here, so you're not going to be able to get to that number again, but it's to add some hospitality to the area. And I guess now the thing that we're missing as wrestling fans is Penn State coming back to Stillwater.
Cale Sanderson, I know you're watching out there somewhere. Give the people what they want. Get PSU here to Gallagher-Iba in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Let's see that duel.
At the end of the second period, when Marty gave up that takedown, Eric Brown's got to the edge, and he said, fight, fight, fight.
Okay, now explain to the audience at home, Rock, why that's not a stall.
Because the guy was in a double, and it's not like he was fighting, he didn't have anywhere to go. So he had to double, and by his back being to the outside, it's not like he could do much.
Nice, another underhook throw by. Goes to the hip, cut back, sits him to his butt. He's got the Navy ride. He's gonna look to elevate that bottom knee and look for some back points here. We got to count. Oh, he might be pinned here, Rock. Wow, what a finish. Fall from the Navy ride. Oh my goodness. Hey, they still have more confetti. Somehow, there's still confetti falling from the ceiling for the 100th time tonight. Right over Coach John Smith. This team is special.
The 3rd pin of the night.
And look at him lift here. He's got the Navy ride. Sitting him up, he scoots that bottom knee, makes his body perpendicular, and he holds his shoulder and finishes the duel with a fall. Hey, Rock, we were talking about this team being special in a few years. I asked you this morning, I said, hey, this team is going to be special soon. You said, yeah, in about 30 days. They're going to do it in Cleveland. They've got a special squad that they're bringing up to Ohio for the NCAA championship.